Good morning. As the sun rises and a new day begins, we're reminded that the weather is the first thing to greet us, no matter where we live. Weather connects us all, every day. Whether it's a gentle drizzle, a biting wind, or a burst of sunshine, it shapes our routines, our moods, and even our plans for the day ahead. The Great Blizzard of 1888 buried the East Coast in snow, paralyzing cities and towns under massive drifts. Streets disappeared, trains stopped running, and people were stranded for days. It was a storm that changed how Americans thought about winter's dangers. Meanwhile, the 1900 Galveston hurricane remains the deadliest U.S. disaster, with winds and waves that devastated an entire city. Thousands lost their lives, and the landscape was forever altered. These historic events remind us of nature's unpredictable force. These events, one icy, one tropical, showcase nature's raw power. From blizzards that freeze everything in their path to hurricanes that unleash torrents of rain and wind, the weather can be both beautiful and terrifying. Arctic blasts and tropical storms are like heavyweight champions, each with unique impacts. Arctic air can bring sudden freezes, icy roads, and power outages, while tropical storms threaten with flooding, high winds, and storm surges. September is a month of transition, where summer warmth meets autumn chill, creating unpredictable weather. One day might feel like summer, the next like winter. This clash of seasons keeps meteorologists busy and communities on alert. In Florida, people watch the tropics closely, tracking every new storm that forms over warm ocean waters. Hurricane season is at its peak, and preparation is key to staying safe. In the Rockies, families stack firewood and prep their homes for the first cold snap. Early snow can arrive without warning, making readiness essential. This contrast between regions makes September critical for weather awareness. Let's break down what Arctic blasts and tropical storms are, and what they mean for you as we navigate September 2025. Understanding how these forces develop and move can help you make better decisions for your safety and comfort. Understanding the story behind the weather is your best defense. By staying informed and prepared, you can face whatever the season brings with confidence and peace of mind. What's an Arctic blast? You might have heard the term on the news or seen it trending during the winter months, but what does it really mean? Let's break it down. Picture a massive dome of bone-chilling, frigid air sitting over the Arctic. This air is so cold and dense that it usually stays put, locked in place by a powerful invisible barrier high above us called the jet stream. The jet stream acts like a fence, keeping the coldest air bottled up near the North Pole. But sometimes the jet stream doesn't hold steady. It can wobble, dip, or even split, creating a pathway for that icy air to escape. When this happens, the frigid Arctic air surges southward, barreling into regions that are usually much warmer. This sudden invasion is what meteorologists call an Arctic blast. An Arctic blast isn't just a regular cold snap. It's a dramatic, often shocking event where temperatures can plummet by 30, 40, or even 50 degrees in just a matter of hours. One day you might be enjoying a mild winter afternoon, and the next, you're facing bitter cold, icy winds and snow squalls. This dense, dry air doesn't just make you shiver, it pushes out any lingering warmth, putting a huge strain on heating systems, draining car batteries, and even causing water pipes to freeze and burst. Everyday life can grind to a halt as people scramble to stay warm and safe. Farmers worry about their crops freezing overnight, utility companies brace for power surges and outages, and grocery stores can see shelves emptied as people rush to stock up before the cold hits. Communities, especially those not used to such extremes, can be caught completely off guard. Unlike hurricanes or tornadoes, Arctic blasts don't roar in with howling winds or dramatic storms, but their impact is just as widespread and disruptive. Roads become treacherous, schools and businesses may close, and vulnerable people face real danger from the extreme cold. What happens at the North Pole doesn't stay there. These powerful cold air masses can travel thousands of miles, sweeping across entire continents and transforming the weather for millions of people in their path. By understanding Arctic blasts, you can see your local weather forecast as more than just numbers. It's a story of powerful air masses on the move, shaped by forces high above the Earth. Preparation is key when these polar invaders are on the way. Sealing up your home, layering up in warm clothes, and having an emergency kit ready can make all the difference when the temperature suddenly drops. So stay alert. Extreme cold can arrive faster than you think. With a little knowledge and preparation, you can weather even the harshest Arctic blast and keep yourself and your loved ones safe. Arctic blasts in September? It's rare but possible. As the northern hemisphere cools, the Arctic's cold pool grows, sometimes sending a piece south. The Rockies and northern plains often feel it first. Sunny days can turn to snowstorms overnight. Early cold catches people off guard. Campers, hikers, and cities may be unprepared. The chill can reach the Midwest and Northeast, ending growing seasons with a sudden frost. When frigid air collides with lingering summer warmth, it can trigger storms and heavy rain ahead of the cold front. September's weather is a 1-2 punch storms, then a freeze. It's a dramatic reminder that autumn's volatility is here. Now, let's shift to the tropics, home of tropical storms. These storms are rotating engines fueled by warm ocean water, at least 80 degrees Fahrenheit at the surface. You need warm water, a weather disturbance, and low wind shear for a storm to form. If conditions are right, a tropical depression forms, then strengthens into a named tropical storm. Tropical storms bring high winds, storm surge, and torrential rain, threatening both coasts and inland areas. If winds reach 74 miles per hour, it becomes a hurricane. Storm surge is often the deadliest threat for coastal communities. Heavy rain can cause catastrophic flooding far from landfall. Tropical storms are multifaceted threats that demand serious preparation. Arctic blasts and tropical storms, opposites, yet both disrupt lives. Arctic blasts are sprawling domes of cold, creeping in silence. Tropical storms are compact, violent, and easy to spot. One is powered by polar cold, the other by ocean heat. Both can ground flights, cut power, and threaten lives, just with different weapons, cold and ice versus wind and water. Arctic blasts cause slow, widespread damage, frozen pipes, cracked roads, hypothermia. Tropical storms bring immediate destruction, roofs torn off, flooding, storm surge. Both demand respect and preparation, neither is worse. It depends on the event and your location. The key: be aware, be prepared, and stay safe. September 2025 is shaping up as a battleground. Summer warmth versus autumn cold. The Atlantic is active, with above-average sea temperatures fueling storms. Gulf and Atlantic coasts, from Texas to the Carolinas, should be on high alert. Peak hurricane season is here. Have your hurricane plans and supply kits ready. Meanwhile, models suggest a possible early Arctic blast for the Rockies and High Plains later in the month. Expect a clash of air masses, thunderstorms, heavy rain, and even early snow in the north. Flooding and severe weather are possible in the Midwest and Ohio Valley. This September, stay weather aware. Extremes are likely, no matter where you live. Knowing the forecast is only half the battle. Preparation is what truly keeps you and your loved ones safe when severe weather strikes. Staying informed about changing conditions gives you a head start, but it's the steps you take before disaster hits that make all the difference. Start by building a disaster kit. Make sure you have at least 3 days worth of food and water for every person in your household. Include a battery-powered or hand-crank radio to stay updated if the power goes out, and don't forget extra batteries. A reliable flashlight is essential for navigating in the dark. Pack a well-stocked first aid kit, and remember to include any prescription medications you or your family members need. An emergency whistle can help you signal for help if you're trapped or need to alert rescuers to your location. For Arctic blasts and freezing temperatures, have your heating system serviced before winter arrives. Insulate exposed pipes to prevent them from freezing and bursting, and let faucets drip slightly to keep water moving. Dress in warm layers, even indoors, to conserve body heat and stay comfortable. Don't forget to check on vulnerable neighbors, especially the elderly or those with medical conditions. A quick visit or phone call can make a big difference in their safety and well-being. Never use generators, grills, or camp stoves inside your home, garage, or any enclosed space. These devices produce deadly carbon monoxide gas, which is invisible and odorless. Always operate them outdoors, far from windows and doors. For tropical storms and hurricanes, secure outdoor furniture, trash cans, and other loose items that could become dangerous projectiles in high winds. Board up windows if advised, and always follow evacuation orders from local authorities without delay. Know your evacuation routes ahead of time, and have a shelter plan in place. Discuss with your family where you'll go and how you'll stay in touch if you get separated. Practice your plan so everyone knows what to do. If you're sheltering at home, choose an interior room on the lowest floor, away from windows and outside walls. Avoid areas that could flood, like basements if heavy rain is expected. Keep your cell phones fully charged before the storm hits and have a portable power bank ready so you can stay connected even if the electricity goes out. Designate an out-of-state contact person for your family. In an emergency, it's often easier to make long-distance calls than local ones. Everyone should know who to call to check in and share updates. Communication and planning turn anxiety into action. Review your emergency plan regularly and make sure everyone knows their role. Being prepared helps you stay calm and focused no matter what comes your way. With these steps, you and your family can face any storm with confidence, knowing you've done everything possible to stay safe and protect each other. Staying informed is your best safety tool. Use multiple alert sources. NOAA, weather radio is essential for real-time warnings. Weather apps and local news provide up-to-the-minute updates. Enable notifications and location services. Follow trusted meteorologists and the National Weather Service on social media. Pay attention to the sky. Sudden changes can signal trouble. Know your neighbors and share information. Community awareness builds resilience. Understand the difference. A watch means prepare. A warning means act now. Make checking the forecast a daily habit. It can save your life. Stay proactive, not reactive. Review your safety plan before storms hit. Consistent awareness means you're never caught off guard. Whether it's Arctic cold or tropical fury, weather is a force to respect. These systems aren't good or bad, they're part of Earth's natural engine. Our job is to understand, prepare, and respect their power. September reminds us of our country's weather diversity and our shared vulnerability. Preparation empowers you. Having a plan and information turns fear into action. Protect your family, your home, and your peace of mind by staying ready. Enjoy the last days of summer, but be prepared for autumn's changes. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll be here with the latest updates.